Stadium here in Castleton, Vermont. A beautiful Saturday afternoon for a triple header. The first game will be field hockey between the Castleton Spartans and the Monks of St. Joseph's, Maine. And then we'll have a double bill of soccer coming up this afternoon starting at 4 o'clock. It'll be the Castleton women taking on the Green Mountain Eagles, to be followed at 6 o'clock again by Castleton taking on Green Mountain on the men's side. Again, I'm John Lawrence on board here with Chad Bliss, and we have lucked out here today. The weather forecast initially earlier this week said we were supposed to get a storm front through here by this afternoon, and it looks like that will not be the case. Beautiful blue skies here today at Spartan Stadium. My first look here at the artificial turf, and what a beautiful stadium it is here, and a great day for some field hockey here on, again, the Merchants Bank NSN Broadcast Network. Again, the first game here today, Castleton taking on St. Joseph's, Maine the Monks of St. Joseph's, Maine. And Castleton, they are 4-8 on the season, 4-0 in NAC play. And for the Monks of St. Joseph's, Maine, they are 10-2 overall and 4-0 in NAC play. And Chad, this should be a pretty good contest here today. You got a couple of teams that are pretty evenly matched, and you've got both teams who can definitely it can definitely score some goals, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, John. But one thing that you have to be kind of concerned with if you're Castleton is just looking at the matchup, the out-of-conference schedules, with both teams being 4-0, but St. Joseph, Maine carrying that 10-2 record into this matchup, so then 6-2 out of conference, and all 8 of Castleton's losses came out of conference. So the fresh slate nonetheless, but you have to wonder, comparing head-to-head, who had the tougher non-conference schedule and how much it prepared them for this conference matchup.
And this is a rematch of last year's North Atlantic Conference Championship, as Castleton beat the Monks in overtime last year to win the NAC Championship. And again, for the Castleton Spartans here today, they are 4-8 overall, 4-0 in NAC play, and St. Joseph's of Maine 10-2 overall, 4-0 in NAC play. As we check out the starting lineups here for both teams here today, we'll start off with the visiting Monks of St. Joseph's College, and the starting goaltender today will be 00 Megan Johnson, a sophomore from Portland, Maine. Back on defense will be number 7 Alyssa Dunn, who is a sophomore from Standish, Maine. Also back on defense will be number 9 Jillian Kimball, a senior from Albany Township, Maine. And starting as well, number 8, Elizabeth Anderson, a freshman from Cumberland, Maine. Also number 11, Kim Glynn on defense, a senior from Danvers, Massachusetts. Also number 12, Linny Blaze, a defenseman, freshman from York, Maine. Number 14, Carrie Booten, who is a senior from Georgetown, Massachusetts. Number 18, Melanie Allen, a defenseman, freshman from Jackson, New Hampshire. Number 20, Brittany Locke, a defender, freshman from Waterville, Maine. Also number 21, Julia Ostrowski, a senior from Albany, New York. And number 23, Kayla Noel, a junior from Bridgeton, Maine. And we'll check out the Castleton starting lineup here as well. And starting will be number 1, Stephanie Poprosky, a sophomore, 5 foot, from Newtown, Connecticut. Also starting number 4, Jenna Charbonneau, who is a senior, 5'1", from New Haven, Vermont. Number 6, Megan Konowich, who is a 5'5" senior from Canastota, New York. Also number 11, Heather Brock, who is a senior, 5'4", from Bow, New Hampshire. Number 13, Marie Amorel, a 5'2" senior from Barrie, Vermont. Also number 14, Jessica Scott, a senior, 5'8", from Poultney, Vermont. Number 15, Molly Freyer, a senior, 5'9", from Goshen, Connecticut. And number 16, Samantha Funk, a junior, 5'4", from Cornwall, Vermont. Number 25, also Sarah Flory, a junior, 5'5", from Springfield, Vermont. Number 39, Courtney Nolan, a junior, 5'10", from Spring Lake Heights, New Jersey. And number 99, Siobhan Whittemore, a junior goaltender, 5'5", from Springfield, Vermont. And the Castleton squad, coached by Tammy Landon in her 6th season, and the Monks of St. Joseph's, Maine, coached by Rupert Lewis in his 5th season at the helm of St. Joseph's College.
Why did I choose Castleton?
Castleton is big enough, so there's a lot to do. It's small enough so I can really get involved.
Sports,
Theater and music,
radio and TV,
internships and community service. There's a real sense of community.
and the improvements on campus mean more opportunities.
And Castleton is in Vermont.
That means hiking, biking, skiing, and riding.
Visit castleton.edu to learn more about Castleton.
A couple of players to watch for here today on Castleton's side. Courtney Nolan, number 39, the leading point getter here for the Castleton Spartans. 5 goals, 6 assists for 16 points in 12 games. She's got 15 shots on goal as well. And over on the St. Joseph's Maine side, you've got player Julie Ostrowski, who received Player of the Week honors last year from the North Atlantic Conference, or last week, I should say. She had the game-tying goal in a 2-1 conference win over Farmington. Had a great week, and she's one player here to watch. 13 goals, 4 assists, 30 points in 12 games. So, Chad, I would imagine that one of Castleton's main concerns here this afternoon is going to be trying to stop Ostrowski and also Kayla Noel as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You always want to stop those high-powered players on the other team, especially if you can take them out of the game early to really get the focus on the players that aren't as successful as those star players for the other team. It really helps you get some momentum and could lead to good things early for Castleton.
And for Castleton, Siobhan Whittemore, a record of 4-5 on the year. She's made 68 saves and has allowed 21 goals in the games that she's been here this year. Her goals against of 2.93. And the other goaltender, number 00, Bridget Dusha, has got a record of 0-3. She's made 54 saves, has allowed 19 goals, and a goals against of 3.92. So we are set to go here today as Castleton is, again, off to our right. They'll be going right to left here on your internet stream. And for the Monks of St. Joseph's, Maine, going left to right in their traveling blue uniforms, the Castleton Spartans in their home white with the green numerals. And we have 35-minute periods here to start off, and we are set to go here from Spartan Stadium. Again, just a beautiful day, and thank goodness the storm front, Chad, look like it's going to stay off to our, at least stay out of this immediate area here until at least tomorrow Sunday.
Yeah, we're certainly looking at blue skies right now, which is always a good sign.
Julia Strowski had it for just a moment as the Castleton Spartans look to control. This is Amaral, as she was unable to control. This is Anderson right now, and it scoots almost out of play. Able to keep it in, though, as now it's ruled that Castleton will take control. This is number 6, Megan Konowich, the 5'5" senior. And it goes midfield now as Castleton looks to set up. This is number 11, Heather Brock. And now goes over to number 25, Sarah Flory. Flory looking to set up midfield. And now passes it inside to Jessica Scott, and we have a whistle. As Sarah Flory will look to set up here for Castleton. Here's Sarah Flory with it for the Spartans, trying to work her way around Anderson. Flory still controls. Nice job there. Is trying to get a hold on it was Heather Brock as well, but now it's retaken here by the Monks of St. Joseph's, Maine. And worked up ahead by number 7, Alyssa Dunn, one of the captains here for the Monks. Taking it up ahead for Castleton is Jessica Scott, as she will control here for the Castleton Spartans. Here's Scott with it. Jessica Scott, a 5'8" senior from Poultney, Vermont. Trying to work in through the defense of Kayla Noel. We spoke about her in the pregame as she was able to stop that. Now it's number 14, Jessica Scott, here for the Castleton Spartans. Now it's Sarah Flory. Flory with a shot. Never made it through, and a whistle.
Yeah, I think Castleton is going to retain possession about in the same spot they've started for the last 4 or 5 whistles now.
Sarah Flory out of Springfield, Vermont. Passes it off to the far side. As with it is number 11, Heather Brock. Gets it poked away from her, and here come the Monks of St. Joseph's, Maine. Streaking upfield along the near side. And this is number 20. Check that. That's number 11, Kim Glynn, one of the captains. As Glynn tried to work it in deep, could not. Taken away by the Spartans as the Spartans control deep in their own end. And it's flipped up and out of play. And it'll be taken back here by Castleton Jessica Scott, the senior out of Poultney, Vermont. And she will leave it off now as it's regathered here by the Monks and Anderson. Anderson unable to control, but it will be Monks control here as it's number 7, Alyssa Dunn out of Standish, Maine. Dunn working her way inside, passes it off to Kimball. Kimball's shot never made it through, and Castleton will control here. 32:09 to go in the first period. Here's Molly Frayer going over far side, tipped off the stick as it goes back here to the Monks, and clearing it aside was Kim Glynn. Along the far side trying to get control is Poprowski from Newtown, Connecticut. It's at midfield now as the Spartans get back control. And it's worked up to Sarah Flory. Flory at midfield here for the Spartans. Pass up ahead looking for Amaral. It's broken up though by the Monks. As with it along the near side goes out of play. That was Elizabeth Anderson. But it will be Monks' ball. As Alyssa Dunn, one of the captains, will control. Pass taken away by Flory. Flory up in midfield trying to work around number 8, Elizabeth Anderson. It's worked along the near side now. With it is Amaral here for the Spartans. Nice job defending there, though, by Brittany Locke. Locke and Amaral continue to battle, but now it's Amaral with it here for the Spartans. Tried to center, but it's knocked away by the Monks and out of play. 30:55 to go in the first period. No score here at Spartan Stadium. Jessica Scott with it along the near side, deep in Monks territory. Passed it off for number 6. That was Megan Konowich, and Konowich's pass, misconnection. It'll be Monks' ball. And with it, Alyssa Dunn right up the middle, but taken away by Jessica Scott. Now it's Sarah Flory. Flory with a shot through the middle, never made it through as it was stopped. Nice job by Dunn as she's able to clear it up ahead, and racing down the field near side is Ostrowski. Again, the NAC player of the week. Ostrowski's got some good speed. Heading down the near side, but poked away from her. Nice job by number 4, Jenna Charbonneau. And Charbonneau able to take it away, but we do have a whistle. And it'll be a corner here for the Monks of St. Joseph's. As it's centered right in deep in the Castleton territory. Ostrowski trying to get control, but Castleton able to get back control along the near side. It's worked up ahead as it's taken back by number 7, Alyssa Dunn. And Dunn able to send it right to Ostrowski. She has problems with it, but now it's whistled down and Castleton will control. Here is Charbonneau along the near side. Pass misconnection there with Amaral and goes out of play. And this is the sophomore Alyssa Dunn with it now for the Monks.
You can only score. You can only score from a certain area in, and that since the shot was so far out, the goalie just let it.
Play back out along the far side now is Carrie Booten, one of the captains, unable to control, but now she's able to pass it up ahead to Ostrowski. Ostrowski along the far side as she lost control. Castleton will take back possession here with 28:36 to go in the first period. This is Allison Zellers here for the Monks. It's broken up and knocked ahead by Ostrowski, and the keeper for Castleton, Siobhan Whittemore, will just let it go in the net. Work back out in midfield now, and here come the Spartans. This is number 13, Marie Amaral. Taken away, though. Nice job by Brittany Locke. Now Castleton gets control again along the near side. Amaral. It's scooped up by Dunn, one of the captains here for the Monks, but now regathered by Scott. Scott inside to Poprowski. Not able to control as possession goes back and forth, and now it'll be Monks' ball. And this is Alyssa Dunn. Nice pass along the far side as it goes to Carrie Booten. Booten unable to control. The Spartans take control back as with it for a moment was Amaral. Amaral, though, working along the far side. Takes the shot, hits the side of the net, and it'll be Monks' ball.
And so far, John, Castleton's done a good job keeping the ball at least in their half of the field and putting some pressure on this St. Joe's team. That is the first shot, first shot on net, but nonetheless, they really are doing a good job keeping the ball in the offensive half and trying to keep some pressure on this St. Joe's team.
No score here, 27:09 to go in this first period at Spartan Stadium between the Spartans and the Monks of St. Joseph's, Maine. Nice work up ahead here is coming up is Poprowski. And it's worked right in the middle. Shot score by the Spartans as the pass went from Poprowski up to Courtney Nolan, and Nolan able to put it by the St. Joseph's Maine Monks goaltender, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Spartans. Great passing play there to Courtney Nolan, and the Spartans take the lead. It's 1-0.
Yeah, the great passing started at midfield. John worked it all the way up, and that was a pretty tough angle Nolan had, really in deep on the right side, and maybe 5 to 8 yards to the right of the net, and just fitted in there. It was a great shot, great placement, and all came from the passing starting at midfield.
So Megan Johnson unable to locate the ball. As again, a nice shot, as you mentioned, by Courtney Nolan off the pass from Poprowski, and it's a 1-0 lead here for Castleton. 26:52 to go in this first period. As here comes Castleton again, as Poprowski had it for just a moment. Now Castleton will regain possession as Heather Brock tried to forward it ahead. Now she'll get another opportunity here. Brock trying to go to Poprowski as it was broken up for just a minute. Nice job there by Melanie Allen, as now the Monks will get it back along the far side. Castleton and St. Joseph's Maine battling for the ball as it's worked up ahead, not unable to get it up to Ostrowski, but now Ostrowski will get it. Midfield, taken away though by the Spartans. Nice work there by Molly Freyer. But now regathered, here is Ostrowski. Ostrowski trying to work her way deep into the Castleton zone, but Castleton will retake control as Molly Freyer try to pass up ahead for Scott, but that misconnection. Here's Dunn with it. Works it up ahead, but taken back by Freyer. From Goshen, Connecticut, a senior. Her pass was intercepted. Nice job by Anderson. Anderson tried to feed it right in the middle and does, but a nice job there by Whittemore of coming out and knocking it aside before the Monks could get a real good opportunity in front. In front there was Kayla Noel, not a player you want to see in front of you with an opportunity to score.
Now, as you mentioned, John, the team leader with 31 points for the Monks in the season.
Alyssa Dunn along the near side, but a good job by the Spartans as taking that away was Freyer. Worked it up almost to midfield, but regathered by Jillian Kimball. Now a shot coming in by Melanie Allen. Goes wide of the net. Castleton will regain control. Jenna Charbonneau. 24:57 to go in the first period, but possession goes back to the Monks of St. Joseph's Maine as Alyssa Dunn will work it along the near side here for the Monks. Dunn, nice move around, able to get around number 13, Maria Amaral, right in the middle in the scoring zone as it goes along the far side now. This is number 13, Maria Amaral, up along the far side. She's able to work it up to midfield, knocked back, grabbed up by Molly Freyer. Freyer with it, poked away from her by the Monks. Now regathered here by Castleton. As Sarah Flory. And now it is Samantha Funk. Funk able to work it up ahead. This is Flory. But a whistle, and Castleton will have control. This is Molly Freyer. 1-0 lead here for the Spartans on the goal at the 26:56 mark by Courtney Nolan. As here comes the Monks. As working it along the near side now is Carrie Booten. Booten, one of the captains here for St. Joseph's of Maine. Up ahead to Ostrowski, back for Booten, but it's intercepted by the Spartans. Nice work as now Amaral has it along the near side. Dunn couldn't control. Now it's Jessica Scott here for the Spartans. Up to Poprowski. Poprowski along the near side here for the Spartans, trying to work it around Brittany Locke. And it's whistled down. Castleton will regain control. Jessica Scott with it. Here's Scott trying to work it in deep, but taken away. Nice job by Dunn, and Dunn will send it back down into Castleton territory. This is Jenna Charbonneau. Up ahead to Freyer. Tried to pass for Brock, but it goes past her and out of play. 22:54 to go in the first period. 1-0 lead here for the Spartans. As play along the far side, it's grabbed by Samantha Funk back in her own end, but stripped away from her. And here come the Monks of St. Joseph's College. Here's Ostrowski This is Julia Ostrowski working her way in deep. Nice job there by Whittemore of kicking it away. And Alyssa Dunn will come down, number 7, one of the captains, a sophomore from Standish, Maine. And she will put the ball in play here for the Monks. John Lawrence and Chad Bliss here at beautiful Spartan Stadium on a great Saturday afternoon as the shot by Brittany Locke went right off the shins of Stephanie Poprosky. And she has to shake it off. Here's Dunn once again, trying to find Ostrowski and unable to do it, but it's broken up. This will be the Monks ball. Here's Alyssa Dunn with it, with a pretty good opportunity here. Sets things up. A shot coming in from number 9, Jillian Kimball. It was broken up. Nice job by the Spartans and Molly Freyer. Now here's Dunn. Gets it back into Melanie Allen. Allen can't control. Spartans again able to break things up deep in their own end. Nice job here as Castleton looks to work it up and out. Good job by Megan Konowich. And Konowich able to get it up to Marie Amaral at midfield. Amaral in pursuit. Can't catch up to it. It's taken back. Here's number 23, Kayla Noel. The leading scorer here for the Monks. Has it along the near side. Tries to center it in deep in Castleton territory. Poked away, though, by the Spartans. And it will be Spartans' ball. Megan Konowich had some problems trying to hold on to it, but I believe an infraction against number 23, Kayla Noel, and it'll be Castleton ball as Amaral has it near side. Whistle down, goes out of bounds, and it'll be the Monks ball as Alyssa Dunn will look to inbound, and she does. Up ahead, went a little bit past Ostrowski, and taken back by Freyer. Freyer can't get it by Booten. Carrie Booten there for the Monks. Tries to leave it off for Dunn, but a great job there by the Spartans. Aggressive play by number 14, Jessica Scott. But the infraction against Scott, it'll be Dunn. Check that. Castleton gets it back. Here is number 23 with it now. Check that. That's Sarah Flory. Ball taken away from Poprosky is it's Jillian Kimball. Now Kimball can't control. Poprosky able to get it into the Monks territory. Cleared back out, though, by Locke. And now it's Jessica Scott. Poked away from her, goes out of bounds. It'll be Castleton ball. Here's Konowich. Now to Freyer. Looking for Courtney Nolan. Nolan trying to catch up to it, can't. And it'll be Monks ball here with 19:35 to go in the first period. Inbounded by the Monks, but taken back by the Spartans. Now regathered, but whistle as it'll be Castleton ball. Samantha Funk will look to work it in deep into St. Joseph's territory. Trying to find Poprosky. Can't find her, but now it is Sarah Flory with a shot. That goes wide of the netminder, Megan Johnson. And it will be Monks ball. So again, the goal by Courtney Nolan at the 26:56 mark here of the first period. Gave Castleton a 1-0 lead, and that's where we stand here with 18:48 to go. This is Sarah Flory in deep here for the Spartans. Looking to work it in deep. Nice job by Dunn there of breaking it up, and it will be Monks ball. Here's Dunn with it. Nice feed up ahead. Midfield, looking for Noel. Can't control as trying to work it up far side with Samantha Funk. And now Funk will get another opportunity here, far side for Castleton. Trying to find Poprosky. Broken up, though, nicely by Blaze. And a whistle. It'll be Monks ball here with 18:11 to go. This is Anderson. Her pass went too far up ahead for Courtney Raig, and goes out of play. Castleton will control. This is Funk along the far side, looking for Poprosky. Poked away from her, but now it's Nolan. Actually whistle, and it'll be Castleton ball. Now it's worked up ahead, looking for Nolan once again along the far side. That was a similar setup that produced the first Castleton goal. Now at midfield, it's number 11, that's Heather Brock. Looking again for Poprowski and Nolan down deep, but taken away by the Monks. Here's Ostrowski up ahead to midfield. Broken up, nice job by Scott. Scott comes down near side. This is Sarah Flory. Junior out of Springfield, Vermont, poked away from her. Nice job by Noel. Comes Kayla Noel down the near side here for the Monks. Nice job of getting around Megan Konowich. Gets around another defender. This is Kayla Noel, poked away from her. And it will be Castleton ball. No, it will be, my apologies, it will be possession of the Monks.
Yeah, I think it's going to be their second. Is this their second corner of the first half? Third corner of the first half.
And knocked away by the Spartans. Nice job, a nice aggressive play there by number 11, Heather Brock. Whistle down here with 16:15 to go. 1-0 lead for Castleton on the Merchants Bank NSN Broadcast Network. Along with Chad Bliss, I'm John Lawrence. And this is Glynn along the far side here for the Monks. Broken up. Nice job by Samantha Funk. Funk along the far side looking for Nolan up ahead. Broken up. It's Samantha Funk once again battling down low with Kayla Noel. And now Samantha Funk will look to work it upfield. Cannot. Infraction on Castleton, so it'll be Monk's ball here. Is coming down Alyssa Glynn. Now a shot coming through, was blocked, now worked in front, shot score by the Monks. And I believe down low that may have been Ostrowski who got a piece of that and was able to put it by Siobhan Whittemore. It's now 1-1 here with 15:35 to go in the first period.
Yeah, she was able to gain possession, John, about 5 yards right in front of the net, and just got a stick on it and got it into the goal. So tying this one up with 15:30 to go in the first half.
So a 1-1 game here on the Merchants Bank NSN Broadcast Network as it's at midfield now. Again, we believe it was Ostrowski who got the goal for St. Joseph's of Maine. Again, Courtney Nolan with a goal for Castleton. It's tied up at 1. Samantha Funk will look to play it here for Castleton. Funk up ahead, but it's broken up here by the Monks. Worked up in midfield now, trying to work her way in was Melanie Allen, but broken up. Nice job by Jessica Scott for Castleton. Scott's pass for Poprowski knocked away. And here comes St. Joseph's of Maine. As with it is Kim Glynn, or check that, that is Julia Ostrowski. Ostrowski trying to go back to Carrie Booten. Booten unable to control. Here's Glynn, now back for Booten. And whistle down against St. Joseph's of Maine, so knocking it up ahead is Molly Frere. Nice work up ahead to Courtney Nolan as a couple of players, Nolan and the defender there for the Monks, number 12, Linny Blaze, both went down. It'll be Castleton ball is working it up ahead, Heather Brock. Brock trying to find Marie Amaral. Amaral with an opportunity, backhands it in front, knocked away though by St. Joseph's of Maine. And this will be a corner here for Castleton. And centered in now to Molly Frere. Frere with an opportunity and a save. Nice one there by Megan Johnson. Got the right pad on that. As with it now Jessica Scott, but a player down for St. Joseph's of Maine. It was Brittany Locke. And it will be another corner here. No? Yes, it will be another corner here for Castleton as Courtney Nolan. We'll leave it off here for Marie Amaral. Amaral will set things up here with 13:22 to go in the first period. Amaral now to Nolan, far side. Nolan trying to center back for Amaral with an opportunity, but it's whistled down. It'll be another corner here coming up for Castleton. Fraction against the Monks, so setting up along the near side now is Courtney Nolan. He's got the lone goal for Castleton. Centers it out in front for Molly Freyer. Freyer with an opportunity, and she scores! Molly Freyer, the senior from Goshen, Connecticut, gives Castleton the lead back again. It's now 2-1 with 12:47 to go in the first period.
Well, in the first corner that Castleton had, Freyer had a good shot, got all of it, and a great stop by Johnson. She came way out from the goal and able to make the stop with the blocker on her leg. But that one, just no answer. Is again, Freyer just got everything she could on that one and shot it past her. It's a phenomenal shot from just inside the black circle, the black half circle.
So it's a 2-1 lead here for Castleton. A timeout. We'll take a break. We'll take actually a look at the replay here before we come back to live action. As you see again, Molly Freyer, Courtney Nolan setting her up. And Freyer with the opportunity, again, just rifling it past Megan Johnson to give Castleton the 2-1 lead. What a nice setup there. And again, Castleton taking advantage of a couple of infractions here by the Monks and able to set up some corners and able to take advantage there on a nice shot again by Molly Freyer. Courtney Nolan again with the first goal for Castleton, and a timeout on the field as both coaches will talk to their respective players. Again, Tammy Landon in her 6th season for Castleton, and head coach Rupert Lewis in his 5th season for St. Joseph's of Maine. So get a nice start here for Castleton. This is we knew this was going to be a tough matchup between these two teams, both undefeated in NAC play. So this has been just about everything we thought it was going to be so far here through 20 some odd minutes of play.
Right, and you know what else too, John? That second goal for Castleton is huge because it gets them the momentum back. They had started very strong, able to get that goal early, and then the Monks were able to answer. And it seemed like the Monks were keeping possession on their half of the offensive, their offensive half. And again, Castleton started to put the pressure on in that third straight corner, and it leads to a goal. And now the answer, or the momentum is back on Castleton's side, and just a really big goal to get that second goal to get back out in front, because you never want to be the home team in this matchup and to be trailing going into the half.
And the one thing I've been impressed with Castleton too is when when the Monks have had opportunities deep in their territory, Castleton's defenders have been very aggressive in coming out and breaking up plays, and there's that fine line between being aggressive and being a little too aggressive, and Castleton hasn't gone over that line yet. They've done a nice job of, again, just breaking up plays and taking possession back and working it down. And again, as you mentioned, I think the momentum definitely on their side here after the goal, again, by Ostrowski. It tied it up at 1 apiece with 15:35 to go. Less than 3 minutes later, Castleton comes back and gets another opportunity from the corner, and again, it's Molly Freyer with a goal here for Castleton, and it's now a 2-1 game. As going back to the net here for St. Joseph's of Maine, Megan Johnson and Siobhan Whittemore made a couple of good saves here in this game so far. Off to our right, again, John Lawrence and Chad Bliss here on the Merchants Bank NSN Broadcast Network. The first of 3 games here today. We'll have women's soccer and men's soccer. The women taking on Green Mountain College coming up this afternoon at 4, and the men's college team will take on Green Mountain starting at 6 o'clock. As we're back in play here with 12:40 to go in the first, as working it up ahead, Sarah Flory. Broken up nicely, though, as here's Ostrowski. Nice move around Jessica Scott as Ostrowski now along the near side here for the Monks, trying to work her way around Freyer. Broken up, and now Ostrowski gets it back, gets an opportunity with a shot, and it goes outside of the window of opportunity where you can score. I guess that's the best way of putting it. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't the best way of putting it. So Siobhan Whittemore lets the ball go right behind her.
Yeah, it was the first time that happened. The look on your face was absolutely priceless.
Well, I'll be the first to admit this is my first field hockey game, if you probably couldn't tell. But we're learning as we go, and we thank Scott Whittemore, who's been feeding us a little bit of information here. Our resident pro here for field hockey. But again, just a beautiful afternoon here at Spartan Stadium, and glad you could join us around the state, around the country, and around the world. Here's Sarah Flory will set up here for Castleton. 11:35 to go in the first period. 2-1 Castleton lead on goals by Nolan and Molly Freyer. Opportunity came there from Freyer to get it in, and it was blocked in front. Now a chance here for Jessica Scott. It's worked in deep. Johnson able to kick it away, and still loose, and now worked away nicely there by Linny Blaze for the Monks.
Yeah, and a couple nice saves in there by Johnson is, that's got to be one heck of a task to be a field hockey goalie with a ball in front of you and know that no one can pick it up and you're the only one that can use your feet and people are just swinging sticks unmercifully trying to hit it into the net behind you. But a nice job there by Johnson to keep that one out.
Alyssa Dunn knocked it out of play, so Castleton will take possession far side here with 10:52 to go. As Heather Brock was trying to work her way around the defender, try to flip a pass up to herself. Went out of play off the defender, so it'll be Castleton ball as Heather Brock with it now. Midfield gets surrounded by St. Joseph's players. Ostrowski able to work it up ahead as she got it onto the stick of, I believe that's Kim Gallin along the far side. Now it's Ostrowski with it. Trying to be aggressive, but knocked away by Heather Brock. Nice job. The Monks will take possession back in midfield. This is Melanie Allen. And a pass over for Anderson. Her pass was shanked a little bit as Linny Blaze will now chase it down. And centers it. Trying to find Kayla Noel, and this will be a corner here coming up for the Monks. 9:55 to go, so here's a good opportunity here for St. Joseph's of Maine to try to tie it up. 2-1 Castleton lead. As Blaze will send it back as it's worked over now to Kayla Noel. Noel with a shot, and she scores. Had a nice setup there to the leading scorer in the North Atlantic Conference, Kayla Noel, the junior, and just placed a perfect shot past Siobhan Whittemore. Not much she could do there, just perfect along the near post, and it's a 2-2 game.
Yeah, the pass made it through, and she was right out in front of the net, and like you said, really nothing Whittemore could do is just Noel just able to slide it by.
We'll take a look at the replay here. Again, a beautiful setup again to Kayla Noel, and Noel with the opportunity in front, just maybe on a screen a bit in front of Siobhan Whittemore, and just went by her on the near side and get a perfectly placed shot. And it's a 2-2 game, 9:18 to go. As Castleton looking to work it in deep now as it's knocked away. Good job by the Monks as here comes Ostrowski. Julia Ostrowski. Hit off the shins a bit of Molly Freyer, but Ostrowski gets it back. Coming in, Jessica Scott to try to help out. A little double team as Megan Konowich had it for a moment. Now regathered by Kayla Noel, who just got the tying goal here for the Monks. Given back up, here's Jessica Scott along the near side. And Scott trying to work her way around Ostrowski, but it's knocked out of bounds, I believe, off Ostrowski, so it'll be Castleton ball. Konowich passes it in the middle, but it's taken away by Noel. Here's Kayla Noel. Gets a great shot right through the legs, and it's a 3-2 game. What a perfectly placed shot once again. Saw a little bit of room between the legs of Siobhan Whittemore and able to just rifle it past there right along the ground. It's now 3-2.
Yeah, Castleton had regained possession, and then as the first pass was being made, it was just a little behind his intended recipient, Scott, and Noel able to come in, take it away, and shoot down the right side and slide it in for a couple quick goals for the leading scorer or leading point scorer on the St. Joseph of Maine team.
So a couple of goals here by Kayla Noel. It's now a 3-2 lead here for the Monks of St. Joseph's. As so much for the momentum theory there as the ball is shot out from way outside, so Megan Johnson will let it go by her. But we'll see. Maybe Castleton here can get, if they can continue to put the pressure. It seems as if when they put on that strong defensive pressure on the Monks, they've created some good opportunities for themselves. But here come the Monks once again downfield, but broken up. Nice job there by Samantha Funk, but now taken back by Kayla Noel. Noel can't work her way around deep into the Castleton territory. Good job there by number 6, Megan Konowich. Konowich gives it up. Monks looking to re-control the ball here is Melanie Allen with it. Allen trying to work it for Ostrowski. Ostrowski now picks it up in deep in Castleton territory as it's
I think we're going to have
whistled
another
down.
corner.
So good aggressive work here by the Monks, and they're setting themselves up well here to try to add on to their lead. Ball's put in play as it goes back now to Melanie Allen. Allen with a pass. It works in front, and they shoot and score. Nice play there again off the corner.
No, I think they're waving it off because I think it was outside of the circle. So I think they actually waved that one off, John.
So Jillian Kimball just outside the circle, so no goal there for the Monks. So it's still 3-2 here with 6:48 to go as here comes Kimball once again. Gets a good shot off, a save there by Whittemore as it's knocked away. Good job here by Molly Freyer. She knocks it aside. What a great save there by Siobhan Whittemore. In close and was able to get her foot on it. Here's Stephanie Poprowski along the near side for Castleton. Works it up to Chipman, seeing her first action, I believe, here today. Up ahead near side now for Courtney Nolan. Poked away from her in the zone as Poprowski looks to regather here for Castleton along the near side. Now passes it for Amaral. Broken up. Nice job by the Monks and Jordan Dumont of breaking it up. And Dumont has it here for the Monks. But she knocks it out of play. It'll be Castleton ball here. Marie Amaral, the senior from Barrie, Vermont. Now we'll go upfield. Conowich will look to play it ahead. Knocked down. Good job by Dumont. Now retaken by Conowich. Conowich for Poprowski. Poprowski with it along the near side. Infraction on St. Joseph's of Maine, so Castleton will look to set up as a shot from Amaral never made it into the middle of the field. Here comes Ostrowski with it along the near side. Julia Ostrowski has got a little bit of room, trying to work her way around Jessica Scott. Now gets double teamed, but it's whistled down. It'll be an opportunity here for St. Joseph's of Maine. 3-2 lead here for the Monks over the Castleton Spartans here at Spartan Stadium on the Merchants Bank NSN Broadcast Network. The first of 3 games here this afternoon. We'll have men's and women's soccer coming up for you at 4 and 6 here this afternoon. Here's Alyssa Dunn back with a shot now by Jillian Campbell. Never made it through. Is Poprowski able to break it up? Here's Chipman now at midfield. Now for Nolan. Nolan able to work her way around Allen. Here's Nolan. Nice job, though, of breaking it up by the Monks. Chipping it away there was Anderson. Sarah Flory had it for just a moment. Anderson able to break it up again. And the Monks working it downfield is Bartell with it. Now goes out of play. It'll be Castleton ball as Samantha Funk tries to work it in deep. Whistle down again here. It's a Monks ball. 4:12 to go in the first period. Castleton has control. Nolan with it. Now Flory looking to set things up. Taken away, but it's whistled down on St. Joseph's of Maine. It'll be possession Castleton. As Sarah Flory will look to set things up here for the Spartans. Flory tried a backhand pass into the middle. Broken up nicely, though, by Dumont. Jordan Dumont along the near side. Whacks it up ahead. Went past Bartell. And now Funk able to take it for Castleton out of Conowich. Megan Conowich being pestered by Bartell. Up ahead, almost got to midfield, taken by Ostrowski. Now it is Dumont. A whistle down. And the Monks will have possession here with 3:14 to go in the first. Here's Dunn off Ostrowski's stick. Taken back by the Castleton Spartans. Some problems getting a hold of it was Conowich, and whistled down against Castleton. Dunn will set things up here for the Monks. Here's Dunn, decides to pass it back now to Kimball. Back to Dunn. Alyssa Dunn trying to sharp angle shot, broken up. Nice job by Castleton and number 6 Megan Conowich. Whistle down, and Conowich will look to set up here for the Spartans. Conowich unable to get it by Jordan Dumont. Dumont trying to chip it ahead and does. Gets it to Bartell. Bartell with a sharp angle shot. And it's whistled down. Castleton will take control. Castleton trailing this one 3-2. Got 2:15 to go here in the first period.
think that whistle, John, was because the pass was too high off the ground. I think a couple of Castleton players actually ducked, which shows you how high it was.
Here's an opportunity here for the Monks as it ricochets off one of the players, Kayla Noel, who is in deep. And it will be a corner here coming up for the Monks, as Ostrowski will set things up here for St. Joseph's of Maine. And it centers it now to Dunn, but it's whistled down. I'll do it again. Defense left too early. Now along the far side as the Monks look to set up, but nice job of breaking that up. But now an opportunity here for the Monks as Dunn looks to chase it down. Alyssa Dunn on the near side, being pestered there by Megan Conowich. Nice job by Conowich along with number 14, Jessica Scott. It's knocked out of play, and Dunn will take it over here for the Monks. One minute to go here in the first period. 3-2 lead here for St. Joseph's of Maine. Nice job there as knocking it away was Poprowski. And Poprowski has it along the near side now for Castleton, able to steal it away from Dunn. Now Dunn battles back and possession goes back and forth. As now it is Dumont. Dumont to Bartel. Now to Ostrowski. Broken up, good job there by Funk. 30 seconds to go in the first period. Taken back by Ostrowski. Now to Dumont, but it's whistled down against the Monks, and Castleton will set up in the final 15 here of the first period. Whistle down against Castleton. 9 seconds to go in the first period. Here's Dunn with one last chance. Looking to center, broken up. Nice job by Conowich. And that will do it here for first period action.
Why did I choose Castleton?
Castleton is big enough, so there's a lot to do. It's small enough so I can really get involved.
Sports,
Theater and music,
radio and TV,
internships, and community service. There's a real sense of community,
and the improvements on campus mean more opportunities.
and Castleton is in Vermont.
That means hiking, biking, skiing, and riding.
Visit castleton.edu to learn more about Castleton.
John Lawrence, Chad Bliss, and Scott Whittemore, who joins us here at the half, 10-minute half here in field hockey. And Scott, what is your impressions here of how Castleton plays here in the first period?
Well, I was pleasantly surprised with Castleton. I know this is a tough team they're playing. They took it right to the Maine team, the Monks, and except for a couple bad decisions on defense where they turned the ball over deep in their own territory, I thought they played very well.
And again, a 3-2 lead here for the Monks. We'll take a look at the scoring summary. Courtney Nolan getting the Castleton Spartans off to a 1-0 lead at the 26:56 mark of the first period. And then it would be Julie Ostrowski at the 15:35 mark of the first, getting the St. Joseph's Maine Monks tied up at 1 apiece. And then it would be Molly Freyer at 12:47 of the first, made it a 2-1 lead for Castleton. And at that point, Scott, we thought, Chad and I really kind of thought that Castleton had the momentum. But as can happen in these games, you get a timeout. You get a little bit of shift in that momentum. I believe we did have a timeout after that where St. Joseph's of Maine took an opportunity to just kind of slow things down a little bit. It seemed to change the momentum a little bit. What do you think happened in between where Castleton was being very aggressive and were creating some good opportunities for themselves, which ended up in that goal by Molly Freyer? And what happened after that that caused the Monks to be able to retake the lead?
Well, I think Castleton was being pretty aggressive, and they had a lot of their players up in the offensive zone, and the Monks have some pretty fast players. So when they got past the Castleton offense, there was only 3 defenders back there, and the Monks have a couple of very fast players, and they took it right in and got some good shots on net.
Well, especially Kayla Noel, who again is the leading point getter in the North Atlantic Conference, and we could see why. What a couple of just beautifully placed shots. They really couldn't have been more well placed. One hitting the inside the near post, and the other one just a rifle right through the legs rather of Siobhan Whittemore. But not much she could do on either one of those shots.
No, and those were hard shots. They weren't tap-ins. And if the goalie is screened at all, they have no chance to react, and there's not much they can do about it. A couple of things I wanted to explain is some of the strategy in field hockey is to usually work the ball up the right side of the field, because I don't know if you've got to look at a field hockey stick. It's only flat on one side. It's not like an ice hockey stick where you can play with either side. You can only play with one side of the stick. So they work it up on the right, and then they hit crossing passes across the net, and hopefully somebody on offense will tap it in. Now, two of the goals for the Monks were right in front of the net. I think they came off of corners, actually. But if you noticed, Courtney Nolan, on her shot, she was on the right side and shot it across, and she's very good at doing that, and you want her over there because she has a strong shot. But if she misses, there's hopefully a couple of offensive people there to tap it in, or if the goalie blocks it, to hit the rebound in. So that's the main strategy. If you watch during the game, almost all the time they come up on the right side, and that's due to the stick being flat on the left, so you can hit it to your left.
So again, we mentioned the fact that a timeout was taken, and it seemed to help the Monks a little bit in the respect of they were able to slow things down a little bit, kind of get back to what I guess they would think that they do best to try to come back in this game, and they were able to get a couple of goals. This is probably a good opportunity here at the half, again, for head coach Tammy Landon to kind of re-talk and rethink what kind of strategy they want here in the second period. What would be your advice to the players here going forward in the second period? What do they have to do differently to get the lead back?
Well, I think what they were doing on defense is they were playing with the ball a little too much, trying to stick handle instead of just trying to take a nice hard hit and clear it out, to the 40-yard line or farther. And that's when they turned it over, is somebody was stick handling and lost the ball, and that's what led to two of those goals. I think what the Monks are doing is they were stick handling too much because they have a very fast team, so they started taking the longer hits, and you saw their offense would catch up to the ball and usually get behind some of our defenders because they're pretty fast. So I would think Tammy would want her defense to concentrate on clearing the ball instead of trying to stick handle it up the field.
Well, I'm traditionally an ice hockey guy myself, and one thing I've noticed in this game that seems to be kind of similar to ice hockey is and you correct me if I'm wrong because you're the expert here, but my feeling is that in hockey, in ice hockey, you want to move up as a unit. In this case, it would be a 5-man unit, but in this game, I would imagine that you kind of want to move up in a unit as well, as opposed to having a lot of open area in the middle of the field, and that's what it looked like the Monks were exploiting later on in that first period. Am I correct in that assessment or no?
I would say half the goals usually are on a breakaway. Like Nolan's was a breakaway. The first one, she came down the right side, didn't wait for the rest of her team, and took the shot and scored. And then the other half are usually off of corners. So you want to work it up and have somebody behind you to drop the pass back to, like in ice hockey. Sometimes they'll work it all the way around on defense and up the other side. You can't do it quite that way on field hockey turf, although this is better than actual grass. The ball travels much better. So I think Castleton, when they get on offense, and they get the ball in the circle, and you have to be in the circle, of course, to score, as you guys found out in the first half. They need to get a couple people deeper into the circle because they've had a couple of shots that have gone in, and the goalie's either cleared it or the shot was from too far out and she didn't have to stop it. And if you had a couple of people up near the post, kind of like in basketball, a post player, to tap it in, it puts a little more pressure on the defense because then they have to play farther back, and you get more room to work around the outside of the circle.
Now, I'm assuming, I didn't get a chance really to talk to you too much before, Scott, but I'm assuming that Siobhan is your daughter.
Right.
Is that correct? So you must be very proud of her. I think she had a great first period there. It's got to be awfully difficult, I would imagine, to be a goalkeeper in this game. What are the bumps and bruises and so forth, and the stories that she comes back and talks to you about after a game? I would imagine it's an interesting conversation after a game.
Well, it's nerve-wracking watching when the goalie is your kid. If she was on offense or defense, then, well, the whole team's involved. But when you're the goalie or the goalie's parent, you get pretty nervous. And she comes back with some, black and blues, more from practice than from games. But she gets beat up pretty good in there. And her and Sarah Flory both played all through high school together, and they both played ice hockey. And I think that's what makes Sarah Flory a very good stick handler. She played ice hockey for 12 years.
And I remember seeing both of them play for MSJ, right?
Right. They
Yes.
did,
Yeah.
And you notice her in the middle of the field. She's really good at stick handling, and I think that helps her a lot. And Keely Chipman also played for Bellows Falls. She's a neighboring town, so I know her. And I think that's a great advantage for those three. And I don't know if any of the other girls have played ice hockey or not. But I had a son that was a goalie in ice hockey, and it was nerve-wracking then, too. So I've had to deal with it for several years.
You're wishing they would switch positions after a while so you could kind of relax a little bit during the games, right?
Yeah. You can't really relax and enjoy it unless it's a big lead.
Well, I got to say, you handled it quite well. You were sitting back, feeding us a little bit of information when we needed. Actually, quite a bit of information, so we appreciate that. But again, for a good first period, I would say, for the most part for Castleton. We still got plenty of time to go. A 3-2 lead here for the Monks of St. Joseph's of Maine. And we'll take one more time out, be back with second period action. Again, Scott, thanks for joining us here at the half.
Sure, I enjoyed it.
All right, we'll be back in just a moment here on the Merchants Bank NSN Broadcast Network.
Why did I choose Castleton?
Castleton is big enough so there's a lot to do. It's small enough so I can really get involved.
Sports,
Theater and music,
radio and TV,
internships, and community service. There's a real sense of community,
and the improvements on campus mean more opportunities.
and Castleton is in Vermont.
That means hiking, biking, skiing, and riding.
Visit castleton.edu to learn more about Castleton.
John Lawrence, Chad Bliss, and Scott Whittemore back here at the Spartan Stadium here in Castleton, Vermont. And Scott has been nice enough to stick around here for the second period to lend his analysis here during this game here this afternoon between Castleton and the Monks of St. Joseph's, Maine. Again, we'll have a double bill of soccer coming up this afternoon as Castleton will take on the Green Mountain Eagles, so we look forward to those two games as well. But again, both teams coming back on the field, getting ready to go here, and just a gorgeous stadium. My first opportunity, Scott, to check out Spartan Stadium, and the players must be very happy to be able to play on such a great surface.
I've been very impressed with what Castleton's done to their athletic facilities this last year. They've redone the football, or created the football field, redone the baseball and softball field. It's just a great facility. I'm very happy with it. And
President Walk, who's just been such a big proponent of sports here for Castleton, really taking it to the next level. And I would imagine too that for all these programs, whether you're talking field hockey, football, ice hockey, which they've been promoting so well, that you get new facilities like this, and it really goes a long way in maybe getting some future recruits in here to Castleton to play.
I think so, and I think I read in the paper that their attendance at football is like 16th in the country for the Division III schools, which is pretty impressive.
Back underway here, second period. Again, a 3-2 lead here for the Monks of St. Joseph's of Maine, as Sarah Flory was trying to work it up to Poprowski, broken up by Glynn, and Glynn will take over here for the Monks. Went off the stick far side of Allen, and Castleton will take possession. Megan Konowich, 5'5", senior, will set up here for Castleton. Konowich passes to Flory. Flory right up the middle, so a little light of day as it's worked into Poprowski. Poprowski gets surrounded, but trying to help out there was Brock. Knocked away, whistled down.
That's a corner on the Monks. And on a corner, you can only have 4 defenders back with the goalie to start with. As soon as the ball's hit, then all the rest of the defenders can come in from the 50.
So Courtney Nolan will set up this corner here for Castleton. Gets it out to Flory. Flory winds up, takes the shot, and oh boy, what a block there by number 18. Another opportunity, Megan Johnson able to make the save as Castleton looks to set up once again. Right up the middle, trying to get her stick on it was Freyer. It's knocked aside there. A good job by Rachel Varjan, and goes out of play. Castleton will take control. Nice save there by Johnson. Good opportunity for Castleton.
That was a nice rush by Castleton.
This is Courtney Raig. Raig knocked away from her by Heather Brock, but now taken back by the Monks as racing downfield. Kayla Noel, who's got a couple of goals here for St. Joseph's of Maine. Now it is Courtney Raig. Raig now to Kayla Noel. Noel trying to work her way inside the box, or inside the circle, I should say, is battling for it is Melanie Allen, but taken back by Sarah Flory, and Flory gets it up to Poprowski at midfield. Poprowski not able to get it by the St. Joseph's of Maine defender, is knocking it ahead was Melanie Allen. Castleton, though, gets back control is with it now Samantha Funk. And hit off a Monks player and out of play, so it'll be Castleton ball. 3-2 lead here for the Monks on the Merchants Bank NSN Broadcast Network as Funk trying to work her way ahead as Courtney Raig able to take it away. Now whistled down, and it'll be Monks ball. Jillian Kimball now to Raig. Raig hit off the knees of Samantha Funk. Castleton looking to control. Here's Sarah Flory, and she will take possession here for the Spartans. Works it up far side now. Here comes Castleton. This is number 13, Marie Amaral. Amaral lost control. Monks able to break it up. Is Glenn able to work it up ahead far side? And this is Melanie Allen. Allen can't get it by Jessica Scott. Scott able to break up the play. Now works it with a nice pass to Freyer, who's got one of the goals here for Castleton. And made it 2-1 for the Spartans back in the first period at the 12:47 mark. Castleton working their way down deep as I believe, no, they don't. I thought maybe there was going to be infraction against Castleton there, but they decided not to call it. Courtney Raig now with it. Trying to get around Heather Brock. Brock able to stop it for Castleton, but taken back by the Monks. This is Carrie Booten. Booten, though. And the Monks whistle down, so it'll be Castleton ball. 31:02 to go here in the second period. A 3-2 lead for the Monks over the Spartans. Nice back and forth game here, though, as Castleton took a 1-0 lead. It was tied up at 1 apiece. The Spartans took a 2-1 lead. And a couple of goals by Kayla Noel. It's made it a 3-2 game here this afternoon. With it for just a moment, Molly Freyer. Freyer looking to get it back, and she'll take control at about the 25-yard line. Works it up to Courtney Nolan. Nolan pass up ahead to herself. Now trying to work it around Kimball. Nolan along the far side. Poprowski. Now it is Samantha Funk.
There was a foot on the Monks.
So Samantha Funk will control here for Castleton. Whistle down here against Castleton, so the Monks will take over. John Lawrence and Scott Whittemore here at the Spartan Stadium. Again, a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Glad you could join us around the state, around the country, and around the world.
And when you take this hit, the defenders have to be 5 yards away. That's why they all back up when somebody goes to hit the ball in a free hit.
So Courtney Raig will look to play it ahead now for the Monks. Raig trying to work her way around Samantha Funk. Those two battle for the ball. Raig and Funk. Whistle down once again.
Yeah, I think she kicked it that time.
Jillian Kimball will play it now for the Monks. Now to Raig. Raig trying to get it into Kayla Noel, and does. Now trying to find a Strowski. Now it's Noel with an opportunity right in the zone. Takes the shot, saved by Whittemore. Broken up by Scott, but taken back by Noel. Kayla Noel with another shot and a save by Whittemore. Still loose along the near side and knocked out of play. Great couple of saves there by Siobhan Whittemore. Two very dangerous players right in the zone there, and Noel and Ostrowski. Here's Kimball with it for the Monks. Kimball trying to work her way around Brock. Tries to get it into the zone as Ostrowski looks to control, cannot. Broken up by Konowich. Now it's Kayla Noel, knocked aside. Good job there by Charbonneau. As it's along the far side, this is Glenn. Glenn now for Booten. Booten centered it, but nobody there for the Monks. Taking it back is Heather Brock. Now loses it to Raig, but whistled down here against the Monks.
Yeah, one of the strategies on defense is you want to get the ball outside the circle because the other team can't score from outside the circle. And Castleton's been having a little bit of trouble clearing the ball the last few minutes here.
Samantha Funk up the middle, stopped by Noel. Now it's Raig. Whistle back down by Castleton. May have been kicked, I believe, by the Spartans. Jillian Kimball lost control. Flory with it now. Up almost to midfield, but broken up by Glynn.
It was obstruction, the defender getting away of the offensive player.
Cleared all the way up and deep into Monk's territory. Going back for it is, I believe, Carrie Booten. A whistle down again. This will be Monk's possession. Kimball with a pass right up ahead to Kayla Noel. Can't control. Now it's Funk for Castleton. Now to Courtney Nolan. Nolan along the near side. Tries to get it into the zone and does, looking for Poprowski. Marie Amaral in there too, but whistled down against Castleton, so it'll be Monk's ball. Here's Kimball trying to find Noel along the near side. They finally do, number 23. Nice little work around Samantha Funk. Gets some speed along the near side. Trying to chase her down is Sturgis for Castleton. Here's Noel. Again, along the near side, got double teamed. Nice job by Molly Freyer of breaking it up, but regathered by Kimball. Kimball trying to get it into the zone as it went off of Ostrowski. And now Funk will look to work it up ahead for Castleton. Sarah Flory there, but I think the Monks were looking for a call there as Ostrowski thought she was being interfered with perhaps. Here's Courtney Nolan along the near side. It's got a little room. Tries to center it, and it goes just past Amaral. She just kind of went down by her feet, unable to get control of that. It was a very hard pass, but a good one.
Courtney's made her living all year long doing that, coming down and just crossing like that, and that's where her 5 or 6 assists have come from.
Pass right up the middle, knocked down by Flory for Castleton. The Monks trying to get possession, but it's whistled down against Castleton, so the Monks will take over. 25-36 is Glynn able to work it up to Raig near side. Courtney Raig, the junior out of Old Orchard Park, Maine. Runs into Samantha Funk, and Funk able to work it up back up to midfield. Whistle down against the Monks, so Castleton will take back control. Samantha Funk, who's had a very active game here today, works it up to Poprowski. Inside the Monks' territory. Tries to feed a pass up to Courtney Nolan. Nolan with it. Gets surrounded by Monk players. And now whistled down against Castleton, so the Monks will take over. Here's Jillian Kimball, the senior out of Albany Township, Maine. Gives it up. Here's Courtney Nolan with it. Midfield, Nolan. Can't get around Raig. As both players, Nolan and number 18, Melanie Allen, their sticks got crossed as Nolan looked a little frustrated on the play, so it looks like she'll come out.
I think she's just getting a breather. She's been up and down the field quite a bit.
Keely Chipman now will come in her place. And the Monks will take over. Here's Jillian Kimball. She'll start the play off here with 24-17 to go to Glynn. Now back to Kimball. Kimball just floats it up ahead looking for Kayla Noel, but broken up by the Spartans. Nice job by Sturgis. And Sturgis will take over here for the Spartans. Elizabeth Sturgis now to Flory at midfield. Pass too far for Poprowski. Is Glynn there to break it up. Now worked ahead by the Spartans. Hit off the stick of Amaral, but it'll be Monk's ball. It's Lissa Dunn with it. Up to midfield, broken up. Nice job by Molly Freyer. Taken back by the Monks. As now Courtney Raig with it along the near side. Raig's pass a little too far for Noel. Goes out of play, and it'll be Castleton ball. 3-2 lead here for St. Joseph's of Maine over Castleton. As Samantha Funk Looks to work it up to midfield, looking for Poprowski. Knocked away. Here's Courtney Regg near side. Nice feed right up the middle as it's worked up ahead to Kayla Noel. Has got a couple of goals. Noel, though, it's broken up, but whistled down against Castleton.
That was very nice passing. If you notice, they went in a triangle, which is a classic field hockey move for passing.
Alyssa Dunn has to go back and tries to feed it into the zone. Broken up, though, by Charbonneau. Now the Monks have it back in the zone, is looking to work it down. Here's Kimball. Kimball with a shot saved by Whittemore. Nice save there. As with it along the far side now is Megan Konowich. Konowich looking to get it out of harm's way. Can't. As here's Kayla Noel. Just chips it in wide of Siobhan Whittemore. Nice save again by Whittemore on that play down low.
She's earning her keep today.
So a 3-2 lead here for St. Joseph's of Maine. A couple of good saves by Whittemore has kept them in the game. The Spartans is still plenty of time to go. An opportunity here coming up for the Monks as Kimball will look to set up. Just inside the 30-yard line is Kimball's shot. Ricochets off Charbonneau and goes out of play.
Yeah, that's a corner.
Looking for a passing play down in the zone to either Ostrowski or to Kayla Noel. We're set up deep in the zone.
Now, a corner is called when there's a foul inside the circle. Normally, whereas if it was anywhere else, it would just be a free hit, a change of possession.
So the corner set up here for the Monks as it's worked now to Kimball. Nice little backhanded pass to Kayla Noel. A save there. Another shot in was blocked in front, and it's whistled down. Castleton will get control. Nice work down low by the Spartans. Again, to break up another good opportunity. Molly Freyer, her pass goes up ahead to Marie Amaral. Now to Poprowski. Poprowski along the far side. In a race there with Kim Glynn. Glynn and Poprowski. Glynn able to take it away. Nice job. And Glynn works it up the far side and goes out of play, so it'll be Castleton ball. Work back into play now to Molly Freyer, who's got one of the goals here for Castleton. Freyer's got some room, tries to work it into the zone, and chipped away nicely there. As along the near side now, here's Raig for the Monks, given back up to Samantha Funk, and whistled down. Castleton regains control. And here's Samantha Funk, trying to work it into the zone, couldn't do it. Elizabeth Anderson there to break it up, and she sends it back out to midfield. Molly Freyer now to Samantha Funk. Can't get around Anderson. Anderson breaks it up. Near side. Nice job by Anderson. Works it up midfield. It's got some room as she passes it up to Sarah Bartel. Bartel again with some room, but coming back to not block her off was Molly Freyer. Good job of coming back on the defensive end of things. Here's Anderson now. Anderson. And Siobhan Whittemore will just let it go through as she was outside the zone.
When the ball goes out of play in the end, they bring it out to the 16-yard line. That's where they start from.
Whistle down is coming together was Carrie Booten along with Sarah Flory. Flory works it up ahead off the stick of Kim Glynn. Glynn trying to clear it out. Taken back by Marie Amaral here for Castleton. Amaral along the far side for the Spartans. Trying to work a pass into Jessica Scott. It was broken up, goes back up to midfield, but whistled down. It'll be Castleton possession. And Jessica Scott will look to set things up here with exactly 19 minutes to go in the second period. A 3-2 lead for the Monks of St. Joseph's College. Again, it is St. Joseph's of Maine, the Monks. Both of these teams undefeated in North Atlantic Conference play. As Sarah Flory with a good opportunity here to try to work things into the zone here for the Spartans. Backhands it into the zone as, boy, it looks like Poprowski may have got a stick on the hand, and she's got to shake it off.
That's a corner for Castleton.
As the infraction inside the zone, so setting it up here for Castleton will be Marie Amaral. Emerald works it into Molly Freyer. Freyer trying to get a shot off, blocked off nicely there by Kim Glynn. Or check that was Melanie Allen who got her stick on it. Nice aggressive play there by the defender from Jackson, New Hampshire. And Jillian Kimball will take over. Given up as Sarah Flory there to take it away for Castleton. Flory looking to pass it into the zone as it tips off the post. Poprowski, I believe, got her stick on that.
That was a nice play.
Boy, it sure was. Kind of just came out of nowhere. As didn't think that Poprowski was going to be able to get her stick on it, but she was, and just tipped it off the post. Castleton trying to again work it into the zone. They do, as Spartans with a chance here is Poprowski. Now a shot coming in, going in wide, as getting the opportunity there down low. It looked like it was Keely Chipman.
In the game earlier this year, Keely had a hat trick. I think she's the only player this year to have one. I could use one right now from her.
Pass right up the middle is broken up by Sturgis. Now it's Poprowski, now to Flory. Flory trying to work it in the zone, being surrounded by Monk players. Sturgis trying to get her stick on it, but now its possession goes back to St. Joseph's of Maine. Elizabeth Anderson with it. Anderson trying to work her way around Sturgis and whistle down once again on Castleton. It'll be St. Joseph's ball. Courtney Nolan coming back in now to the game as pass for Nolan was broken up. Nice job by number 18, Melanie Allen. Now it's Bartell, and whistle down against St. Joseph's of Maine, and Castleton will regain control. Heather Brock along the near side. Pass knocked down by Ostrowski. Now it's Bartell, but a whistle down against St. Joseph's of Maine. This is Sturgis, now to Flory, now to Courtney Nolan.
A lot of pushing going on now. That's what that whistle was for.
Against, I believe, Anderson for St. Joseph's of Maine. Sturgis will take control here for the Spartans. This aggressive play there by Bartell. Couldn't take it away from Sturgis, though. Tipped off the stick of Keely Chipman. Work back up along the near side. Castleton looking to keep it in. Heather Brock, but unable to do so. So taken back over by the Monks with 15:27 to go in the second period. John Lawrence, Scott Whittemore here at the Spartan Stadium. First of 3 games as that pass misconnection goes out of play. Castleton will take control. We'll have women's soccer coming up at 4 with Castleton and Green Mountain. And then the men will play coming up at 6 o'clock.
That was another whistle for 2-on-1. You can't have 2 defenders on one offensive player.
Sturgis knocked that down, and St. Joseph's will take back over. Here's Kimball's pass. Nice one up ahead for Noel, but broken up. Good job there by Heather Brock, breaking up that play. She doesn't break that up. Kayla Noel's got a little bit of room there to maneuver. As here's Kimball with it now, and she'll look to set up. Pass went by Anderson. Broken up by the Spartans. Trying to work it ahead was Heather Brock. And a whistle. Castleton will take back control. Heather Brock out of Bow, New Hampshire. 5'3" senior. Rifles it right up the middle, but broken up by the Monks as Jordan Dumont had it for just a moment, but now Sarah Flory with it for Castleton. Flory in midfield. Pass up ahead goes to Keely Chipman. Chipman trying to work it past number 20, Brittany Locke, couldn't do it. Now Castleton regains control. Poprowski with it. Poked away from her. Poprowski has it back, tries to center it in the zone, and knocked away by Kim Glynn, but now Castleton has it back. Here's a shot saved by Megan Johnson. Opportunity there for Keely Chipman, I believe, right in the zone, and Megan Johnson with a good left pad save. You can see how dangerous she is.
Yeah, she's pretty quick.
Would get away from a defender and got off a pretty good shot there, and Johnson had to make a good save. Here's Kayla Noel. Able to work her way around Sturgis, chases down her own pass. Works it along the near side, gets around Charbonneau, gets it right into the zone as Bartel trying to get a shot off, but whistled down against the Monks, and Castleton will regain control. Worked up ahead, the pass to Poprowski, misconnection. Alyssa Dunn there to break it up. Now it is Melanie Allen, but re-stolen by Poprowski. Good job as it gets knocked out of play. So St. Joseph's of Maine will control with a 3-2 lead. 12:41 to go here in the second period. As the ball is worked up ahead. Nice job here to Kayla Noel. She's got an opportunity, takes the shot, saved by Whittemore. Just one of those passes that hopped over a Castleton stick, went right to Noel, and get another good opportunity there. And try to sneak it through the legs again, not able to do so.
In that case, it was to Castleton's benefit. There weren't any defenders back there screening the shot because Siobhan could see the shot the whole way.
Here's Poprowski with it, able to get it by a defender, and now works it far side, trying to get around Anderson. Here's Stephanie Poprowski being hassled by Anderson. Now it's Keely Chipman trying to work it into the zone. Back to Poprowski. Works it in deep now to Chipman. Chipman with an opportunity along the far side of the net, but it's whistled down against Castleton.
It's a corner for Castleton.
Is there some interference there in the...
Yeah, yep. It was too bad because she had a good chance to score there, but they put 2-on-1 and she couldn't get by him.
Here's Courtney Nolan setting things up, gets it out to Sarah Flory. Flory with a chance, takes the shot, saved by Johnson, able to kick it aside. Nice job there of sticking with it and making the save. Heather Brock with it now for Castleton. Whistle down, and St. Joseph's of Maine will take over. Some great opportunities here for the Spartans to try to tie this one up.
Castleton's putting a little bit of pressure on offense. It's been a little while since they have.
Is this a case of defensive shell time here for the Monks?
I think they're depending on just their wings on carrying the ball down the field and carrying the offense for them. Castleton is getting a little bit better at clearing the ball out and then transitioning right back to offense a little faster.
Here's Jillian Kimball, gave it up to Sturgis. Now it's Flory. Flory with it now for Castleton, trying to work her way around Allen. Interference there on Flory, I believe, and now Sturgis will take over. Sturgis trying to get it into the zone. Whistled back down again, and the Monks will take over. Here's Kimball with it, right up the middle, knocked down by Scott. Here's Scott with an opportunity, trying to get it in deep to Chipman. Now it is Courtney Nolan. Nolan with a chance, deflected in front, right off her own player, number 12, Linny Blaze. And Blaze got the worst of that.
Somebody caught one in the mouth.
It may have hit off her thigh, came up and hit her in the mouth. It looked like it did deflect off her before it got into the netminder. If it did, it looked like it had hit Megan Johnson too, but
yeah.
That is Linny Blaze, the freshman out of York, Maine. She'll come off the field now. And
the rule's similar to football. If you call a timeout for an injury, that player has to come out for at least a second.
Looks to be okay as Coach Rupert Lewis goes over and asks her if she's all right. She'll look to shake it off. It'll be another corner here coming up here for Castleton as Courtney Nolan, who's got one of the Castleton goals, will set things up here with 9:54 to go in the second period. Gets it out to Sarah Flory. Flory now to Poprowski. Tipped away from her.
Another corner. This happens quite a bit. You'll get 2 or 3 corners right in a row because of a foul on the defense.
Courtney Nolan will set things up again here for Castleton, trailing at 3-2 on the Merchants Bank NSN Broadcast Network. John Lawrence and Scott Whittemore as it's worked back out. Now number 15, Molly Freyer with it. This is Sarah Flory. And able to work it down low is, I believe that was Chipman who had it chipped away from her. It'll be another corner coming up.
It went off a defender's stick and then went up in the air. That's why they got this penalty.
Courtney Nolan will again set up here for Castleton. Again, trailing at 3-2. As Nolan able to get it out to Sarah Flory. Flory just outside the zone as she tries to pass it in for Stephanie Poprowski, and the pass misconnection. Boy, Poprowski's been all over the field here today, and she's does a nice job of setting herself up for scoring opportunities. Just couldn't control that one.
Yeah, it was on the wrong side of her. It was away from her stick, so it was hard to get her stick on it.
Courtney Nolan now with it for Castleton. Nolan tried to chip it in front, unable to do it. Whistle down against Castleton, and Jillian Kimball will take over here for the Monks. Here's Kimball, rifles it right up the middle, blocked by Sturgis. Sturgis hit it off the shins of Melanie Allen. Whistle down, Castleton will have it. Here's Sturgis, now to Flory. Flory tried to penetrate into the zone. Again, whistle down against the Monks. Flory almost lost it. Has it back. Got away from Bartel. Now to Poprowski on the backhand. Send it in front. Knocked away. Good job defensively as it's worked back up to midfield. And Castleton takes control. Pass across goes to Heather Brock, and Brock will control now for Castleton. Brock now to Megan Konowich. Konowich got, I'm not sure, did she get hit in the mouth there too?
I think she got a shoulder. I'm not sure where it got her, but it might have been in the face.
That was Kayla Noel who came across. It looked like Konowich just didn't quite see Noel coming across, and as you mentioned, may have just caught her with a shoulder there. Looks to be okay though. Gets up and .7:25 to go here in the second period. 3-2 lead for the Monks of St. Joseph's College over the Castleton Spartans. Both these teams at 4-0 in North Atlantic Conference play. St. Joseph's of Maine 10-2 overall. Castleton 4-8 overall. Again, all 4 wins coming here in the North Atlantic Conference.
Yeah, they had to round her up. She didn't want to come out of the game.
And she will come out now as Megan Konowich comes out. Coming in, Caitlin Briggs, a freshman from Hudson, New York, 5'8". Again, goals coming from Courtney Nolan early in the first period. Julie Ostrowski made it 1-1. Molly Freyer made it 2-1 Castleton, and a couple of goals by Kayla Noel, the junior out of Bridgeton, Maine, a leading scorer in the NAC with a couple of goals here today, and it's now 3-2. As play back underway, is working it up as Linny Blaze. Now over far side, this is Alyssa Dunn. Dunn's a passing attempt in the middle of Castleton player up play. And Dunn will set up here for the Monks. Dunn trying to work around Jessica Scott. Scott takes it away. And Scott will...
That was good play on defense right there.
Senior Polney, Vermont, Jessica Scott.
Okay, Castleton.
Double take back over here. Dunn chips it ahead, but broken up. And taken back by Castleton. Charbonneau up ahead, but he goes to play. And we expected a good tight game here today at Spartan Stadium, and that's it's been that here today. A lot of good scoring opportunities here for Castleton in the second period. Looking to cash in with 6:03 to go. Here's Courtney Nolan with an opportunity near side. Nice aggressive play on defense by Allison Zellers, and pass right in the middle, broken up by the Monks.
Nice cross and pass. She is very good at doing that.
Not easy to do on the fly like that as well.
A lot of people would whiff on those.
And you try to rely on your peripheral vision as well to try to spot a teammate, can get an opportunity. Here's Courtney Nolan again. Chipped it into the zone, but knocked back out for a moment. Now Flory has it. She takes the shot now to Poprowski. She gets surrounded, and it'll be a corner here coming up for Castleton. Kaprowski's done a nice job of drawing those corners here for Castleton today with good aggressive play.
The odds are that eventually they're going to convert on one of these corners.
And
It's just a matter of if time runs out before they can do that.
Molly Freyer had a chance, but broken up by Allison Dunn. Her chip pass up ahead went too far there for Zellers and out of play, so Castleton will take back control. Here's Brock off the stick of Flory. Whistled back down again against Castleton. Here's Kimball right up the middle, hit off a Castleton player and goes right to Kayla Noel. Noel able to work around a defender, and that was Jenna Charbonneau, but Charbonneau, nice job of catching back up to it. And Charbonneau there with Noel on her. Nice little pass right between the legs and got it up to Sturgis. And whistle down against the Monks, and Sturgis controls. Past Chipman, and now Dunn has it. And chips it far side as Castleton gets it back. It's Heather Brock along the far side, or check that, that's Marie Amaral. Now whistle down against Castleton. The Monks will take back control with 4:02 to go here in the second period. That was Caitlin Briggs. A whistle down against the Monks, and Briggs will control. Up middle. Down there by Brittany Locke. Locke looking to control, and she'll chip it ahead to midfield. Sarah Flory looking to defend, but can't. Has an opportunity here coming down for number 2. This is Courtney Reg. Reg right in the middle was looking for Noel, and the pass went too far as Noel looks up to the skies, looking for that third goal, the hat trick here of the game.
I guess that went out off of Castleton's stick.
So the Monks will have an opportunity here with 3:17 to go. As Jillian Kimball, the senior out of Albany Township, Maine, will set things up here for the Monks. Here's Kimball with Sturgis on her, looking to defend. Nice break-up play there by Chipman. Trying to get it away now from Blaze. Blaze has it for the Monks. Knocked down, good job, as now Chipman will look to chip it ahead to Nolan. And does. Here's Courtney Nolan looking to get away from Jamie Brett, and does. Now it's away from Dunn. Has it along the near side. Try to chip a pass up to herself, broken up by Glynn. Nice job there defensively. Taken back now by Brock. Near side. Out to Nolan. Courtney Nolan try to control. It's knocked down as a fraction on the Castleton Sergeants. Looks work up ahead. There's Molly Freyer with it for Castleton. Knocked back down by Kimball. Now the Monks control in midfield is Sabastillo. Knocked away from her, but whistled down against the Monks. Castleton will control, and a timeout, looks like.
Why did I choose Castleton?
Castleton is big enough, so there's a lot to do. It's small enough so I can really get involved.
Sports,
Theater and music,
radio and TV,
internships, and community service. There's a real sense of community,
and the improvements on campus mean more opportunities.
and Castleton is in Vermont.
That means hiking, biking, skiing, and riding.
Visit castleton.edu to learn more about Castleton.
Scott, again, some great opportunities here for Castleton down the stretch, especially Courtney Nolan just most recently, and with 2:15 to go, not a lot of time, but Castleton's been putting on the pressure here late in the game.
Last 6 or 7 minutes, they've pretty much been playing in front of the Monks' net. With a little bit of luck, they'll even things up. If they go to overtime, what you do is you play 7-on-7 instead of 11-on-11 to speed the game up, and it's sudden death. Hopefully, we'll get to that point.
It's going back to the net, Megan Johnson, the sophomore goalkeeper out of Portland, Maine, for the Monks of St. Joseph's College. Again, having an outstanding season at 10-2 overall and 4-0 in North Atlantic Conference play. And their last game was a win against Salem State, a 1-0 win. And Castleton coming off a 6-1 loss against Skidmore. So Castleton looking to even things up here, at least on the scoreboard, before the final 2:15 to try to force sudden death overtime. And they'll have an opportunity here as Heather Brock will get things in play here for Castleton. Pass went too far for Sturgis, as Ostrowski can't believe she thought she was fouled as it was taken away by Heather Brock. Brock now with it along the near side. Brock looking to work her way down deep. Brock with a chip shot, and it hit someone in front. It looked like Dunn, and whistled down against Castleton. Good opportunity there, but unable to get it into the zone. Kimball right up the middle, stolen by Poprowski. Poprowski trying to work it over now for Flory. Flory gets tripped up.
Another corner for Castleton.
Good aggressive play there by Sarah Flory as Linny Blaze was forced to take her down. So here's a great chance for Castleton with 1:32 to go as Courtney Nolan will set up along the far side of the net. And Nolan goes out right to Molly Frayer. Frayer with a shot as it was blocked in front. Nice aggressive play by Johnson. Here's another chance by Flory. Her shot was blocked. And a good block there by Linny Blaze as she took one for the team. And this will be another corner here coming up for Castleton. A minute to go here in the second period as Courtney Nolan now able to get it out to Molly Frayer. Frayer with a shot saved by Johnson. Frayer with a chance not to zone as now it is Sturgis with 50 seconds to go. Whistle down again against Castleton this time, or rather against the Monks, and Castleton will have an opportunity outside the zone.
It's not a corner. What happens if time's out and there's a corner called? You finish the corner whether time runs out or not. So Castleton still has a chance to finish the corner. How much time is left?
20 seconds. This goes out to Molly Frayer. Goes past her now. Heather Brock. She's down low and a chance there by Nolan, and it goes just wide of the net.
And that's what's going to happen right here. Time will run out, but they have to finish the corner.
So we have 9 seconds to go, and Scott mentioned here one more chance here for Castleton as Nolan will set things up. And she's able to chip it out now to Molly Frayer. Frayer, and time will... Oh, they score! Molly Frayer scores as time expires, and she ties it up at 3 apiece. So Molly Frayer gets the tying goal as time expires. And this is a free kick. We're going to sudden overtime. We'll take a look at that. Again, as Scott mentioned, the corner has to be completed this time. And Courtney Nolan setting things up on that corner. And it finally went out to Frayer, who got, I believe, her second goal of the game. We'll take a look again here in just a moment. But what a finish to this here as Castleton comes back to tie it up at 3 apiece. And here we'll take a look at that again as it goes out to Florian and to Frayer, and Frayer just puts it to a nice screen and gets by Megan Johnson. And this game will tie up at 3 apiece. Outstanding finisher for Castleton as they put the pressure on right towards the end. Finally, cash in.
I think they did this all for TV. Make some drama for you. Well, now the big choice for both coaches is to decide which 7 players you want out on the field. Obviously, you want speed out there, but you're also going to want your best couple defenders out there.
So, as looking over the personnel throughout this game, Scott, what is your feeling? Who does this favor, do you think, in the Sofield players out there?
Well, the Monks seem to have a little bit more speed. The momentum, though, is going Castleton's way right now. It should be interesting. It's 10 minutes overtime. And during playoffs, then they would go penalty, or strokes, they call it, which is like penalty shots. I don't think they would do that in regulation game or regular season game.
10 overtime here. We'll take a look at the scoring summary as the Castleton Spartans early in the first period would take a 1-0 lead. Courtney Nolan at the 55 mark. The Ostrowski up for the Maine would be 1-1 at that point. The Spartans take a 2-1 lead in the first whole game. Freer full 40 mark of the first period. That would be for the Monks. Kayla Noel with 2 quick goals coming in a minute of one another, and that would 2 lead heading into the half for the Monks. College, but then as again Castleton continue to put the pressure on, especially in that second period. The Fleet corner set up. And Courtney Nolan, sticks to the floor. Fair, his time expired. Fair able to rifle it through Megan Johnson and tie this one up at 3 apiece. And short intermission here. And they'll set to go for the time. Just on the Podcast Network. John Lord, Scott Whittemore, and Chad Bliss here at Spartan Stadium. Again, just a beautiful afternoon here today, and a great afternoon. Playing a field couple of soccer here this afternoon. 4 and 6. The first 10-minute overtime. Squash. Interesting with the 7 players out there for each side. A lot more than 6. I guess that's why it's a sudden death overtime.
Well, it's a lot faster game with 7 players. You can have longer passes. It looked like the Monks won the toss, so they get to tip off, or whatever they call it, get the ball first, but that doesn't make much difference. It's not like football where it makes a big difference. It's not much of an advantage.
Well, there are, as we have noticed, as I've noticed here, I mean, you obviously are a lot more used to seeing the game than I am, and seeing the amount of whistles and so forth. I would imagine for the players, it's got to be very tough to kind of get that flow going at times. I mean, I'm not sure if this is a typical type of game or not, but I would imagine it's got to be awfully difficult to try to get a good flow going sometimes.
You can get taken out of the game pretty easily. Like with those 2 quick goals that St. Joseph's had, you could see Castleton kind of went flat for a while.
Yeah.
But for the last 7 minutes of the game, they were really taking it to St. Joe's and pretty much played on their side of the 50 most of the time.
And as again, I would imagine that the half came just about in right time for Castleton, as it was actually a nice timeout earlier in the game by Rupert Lewis after Castleton had taken a 2-1 lead, and then those 2 quick goals by Kayla Noel had given St. Joseph's of Maine the 2-1, rather the 3-2 lead at the time, and we went through, almost all of the second period before Castleton able to finally chip one in. But again, a great play by Molly Freyer with her second goal of the game, and again, it's a 3-3 game, field hockey game here heading into the overtime. And for Molly Freyer, she's now got 7 goals on the season. And she's got 1 game winner and now 1 game tire. She'll look to see if she can get that hat trick here today. You got 2 players with 2 goals, 1 for the Monks, 1 for the Spartans, and each one of them, I'm sure, will be out there for the overtime.
Well, they couldn't wait any longer to get that equalizing goal. You could hear the horn going off just as it went in, even though the goal would have counted if the horn had gone off earlier because it was a corner. With a lot of drama.
Looks like it'll be a 15-minute overtime here.
Yeah, I guess high school it's 10. I'm not that familiar with the college rules, but here's the 7 kids that they've picked for each team out there.
And of course, Siobhan Whittemore will go back in net for Castleton. Jenna Carbonneau out there, along with Heather Brock. Also Molly Freyer, again, who's got a couple of goals out there. Sarah Flory, along with Stephanie Poprowski, and also Courtney Nolan. Julia Strowski out there for the Monks. Kayla Noel, no big surprise there. Jillian Kimball, who's got the ball now here for the Monks, and she will work it up ahead to Ostrowski. Broken up nicely there by Brock. Brock now to Poprowski. Midfield, Poprowski trying to work her way around Melanie Allen. Allen trying to poke it away from her, but Poprowski continues to hold on to it. Poprowski's still with it along the far side, being hassled by Allen. Finally gives it up to Allen. Allen trying to work it around Poprowski. Can't really get much on it. Is Poprowski trying to get it into the zone, knocked back out by the Monks and whistled down. Here's an opportunity here for Sarah Flory. Flory faked the shot, made it into the zone. Sarah Flory trying to get off a shot, couldn't do it. Now Flory with another chance, trying to pass it in the middle of Nolan, but it's broken up and knocked back out. And here comes Julie Ostrowski, taken away. Good job there by Molly Freyer. Freyer gives it up to Kayla Noel, and Noel tried to lead a pass up to Ostrowski, couldn't do it. Grabbed back by Brock. Here's Heather Brock. Trying to work it into the zone to Nolan. Now it's Sarah Flory. Flory's got some room. Flory winds up, takes the shot, hits off of Courtney Nolan, and knocked down in front of Megan Johnson.
I think it hit her leg. If it had hit her stick, I think she would have had a goal.
A great chance there by Castleton to try to end this one in overtime. It's sudden death here at Spartan Stadium. Here's Kayla Noel along the near side for the Monks. Gives it up to Stephanie Poprowski. She's got some room. Alyssa Dunn back to defend. Here's Poprowski setting things up, waiting for some teammates to get down with her. It's knocked away by Glynn for just a moment, but Flory trying to battle for it and does, and a shot saved, but it may have been whistled down.
It's a corner, yeah. Corner for Castleton.
So called against Glynn is an opportunity here for Castleton to try to end it. With 13:03 to go in the sudden death overtime, Courtney Nolan will set things up on the corner. She's got Flory, and it looks like Molly Freyer in front. And she gets it out to Freyer. Here's Molly Freyer with a shot, saved by Johnson. And Glynn trying to get it out of the zone and does, but it's scooped back up by Poprowski. Now it's Molly Freyer, gets it into the zone, takes a shot, hit off one of the Monks players, back out to Molly Freyer. Freyer with a shot, saved by Johnson, and it's kicked aside and out of play. Nice opportunity again. Freyer looking for the hat trick, and Johnson with a couple of key saves here in the sudden death overtime.
Castleton's definitely controlling the play here. It's been all in front of the Monks' net.
Here's Sarah Flory with a shot, saved by Johnson. May have been going wide, but picked up now by Freyer. Molly Freyer gets it in deep as it's kicked aside by Johnson. Nolan just couldn't catch up to it.
Another corner for Castleton. You notice now on defense, you only have 3 people back instead of 4 in the overtime.
With the 7 players total out there for each team. Here's Courtney Nolan, gets it out to Sarah Flory. Flory sets up, now gives it to Freyer. Freyer shot saved by Johnson. Here's Freyer with it again in the zone, looking to backhand it pass in front to Nolan, knocked aside. There, good job there by Alyssa Dunn. Now it's Poprowski. Poprowski looking to get it into Nolan. Knocked away. Good job there by Dunn. Dunn trying to clear it, whiffed on it. Now we'll take another chance and rifles it all the way down. Looks like the Monks kind of just holding on at this point right now, as Castleton doing a great job here of putting the pressure and continuing the pressure in the overtime. Here's Poprowski. Castleton sets their offensive alignment as it goes back to Molly Freyer. Freyer gets it poked away from her. Here's an opportunity here for the Monks as racing down the field here and working her way down the 30-yard line. And working her way around another defender is Melanie Allen. Allen inside the zone, knocked away by Freyer. Good job there by Molly Freyer of coming back. Rifles it up ahead. Here's a chance for Castleton with some open field. This is Poprowski. Poprowski trying to get it up to Nolan, but knocked down by Dunn. Right up the middle, Ostrowski over now for Melanie Allen, far side. Nice move around Poprowski. Allen still with it inside the 30-yard line. Now to Kayla Noel. Noel down deep as Siobhan Whittemore trying to knock it away as Julia Ostrowski is there. Finally kicked away by Siobhan Whittemore. What great action here in the overtime.
That's the problem with when you have a fast team and all your offensive players are in the zone and somebody breaks through. That's pretty much one-on-one.
Great job by Siobhan Whittemore of knocking that away from one of the leading scorers in the NAC, Julia Ostrowski. And here is Ostrowski trying to work her way into the zone. Has it there, takes the shot, blocked off a player. Is Kayla Noel. Her shot goes wide. And another good opportunity squandered there by the Monks.
Well, they get a corner out of it.
Nice defense here by Castleton as they will look to defend against this corner here with 9:35 to go. Sudden death overtime, tied up at 3. Ostrowski will set things up. Sends it right out to Kayla Noel. Noel winds up, takes the shot, saved by Whittemore as Molly Freyer will look to clear and does. Nice pass up ahead now to Courtney Nolan. She's got some room. Basically one-on-one here with Kim Glynn. Tries to work her way around Glynn. Courtney Nolan still has it. Glynn there, though, to take it away and finally able to chip it just out of the zone, but now put back in. And whacked away, finally, by Jillian Kimball. Boy, I tell you, I wish they had played this 7-on-7 the whole time. This is exciting stuff here.
It opens the game up quite a bit.
This is Heather Brock with 8:45 to go in the sudden death overtime. Brock trying to work it in deep, hit off of Melanie Allen. And whistle down against Castleton, so Kimball will take control here for the Monks. Nice pass right up the middle off the stick of Anderson. Anderson one-on-one coming down with Jenna Charbonneau. Charbonneau, nice job
nice
there.
Play.
Trying to go between the legs. And she broke it up nicely there. Here's Poprosky. Poprosky trying to work into the zone out of Courtney Nolan. Nolan spins, tries to get a shot off, but whistled down, or actually they just continue play. My apologies, as Melanie Allen has it along the far side here for the Monks. Whistle down against Poprosky, so it'll be Allison Dunn. And Dunn rifles it right up the middle looking for Anderson. Anderson catches up to it. Anderson gets around Charbonneau, but whistle down against Castleton, so the Monks will take over. 7:40 to go in the overtime. And here's Kimball. Kimball tried to work it into the zone, knocked down nicely by the Spartans and Heather Brock.
That whistle was for a 2-on-1.
Melanie Allen was there with Sarah Bartel. Now it's back up in midfield. Is Dunn able to work it over to Kimball. He's got some time trying to get around Flory. Here's Kimball. Right up the middle. Able to get it out of Sarah Bartel. Bartel gets it stripped away from her. Nice job by Molly Freyer. And Freyer right up the middle. Great pass to Marie Amaral. Amaral. Dunn there to meet her. Amaral, nice little work around Dunn. Here's Amaral still with it, poked away by Glynn. And Glynn, nice defensive move, able to get it up ahead. Nice pinch there by Heather Brock. Now Bartel with it. .26 to go in the sudden death overtime as Kimball up ahead now to Anderson. Anderson whiffed on that. Now to Bartel. Bartel trying to work it over now for Allen. That'll be a corner here coming up for the Monks. There's a good chance here for St. Joseph's of Maine. We'll see if Castleton can defend with 5:58 to go in the sudden death overtime. Molly Freyer with a couple of goals, one to tie it up as time expired as it goes out to Kimball. Kimball now with it, trying to get around Freyer, takes the shot and just goes in wide. Siobhan Whittemore may have gotten a piece of that as it went in. So good defend there again by Castleton. Here's Freyer up the middle, knocked down by Allen. Allen trying to work her way into the zone, trying to get a pass over for Anderson. Couldn't do it, but she catches up to it again. Here's Allen, chipped away. Good job by the Spartans. As working it up was Heather Brock.
That was kicked by Castleton.
So the kick on Brock, it'll be St. Joseph's of Maine with the possession here with 5:07 to go in the sudden death overtime. And Jillian Kimball, the senior, will look to wind it up and get it into the zone. Knocked aside by Poprosky, and going over to field it now, Courtney Nolan here for Castleton. Trying to rifle a pass up ahead, looking for Amaral, but it's knocked down by Allison Dunn. Dunn now to Bartel. Overran the ball as Stephanie Poprosky with it. It's got some open field. Looking to pass and to Nolan. Now to Amaral. Amaral's shot just goes in wide of Johnson.
That was a nice setup on that play.
Nice passing back and forth to Marie Amaral with an opportunity and just chipped it in wide of Johnson. Here's Molly Freyer near side. Freyer tries to chip it into the zone looking for Amaral. Knocked aside by the Monks. Courtney Nolan trying to get control, can't. But going out of bounds there was Julia Ostrowski. Here's Jessica Scott, just rifles it in wide of the net as Johnson lets it go. Well, again, at times it seemed as if it was very methodical through the game, but boy, this overtime, especially the end of regulation, it's been an exciting finish and a great overtime here as play is going back and forth. Great opportunities for both these squads, 7-on-7. Here's Jillian Kimball. Her pass went too far there for Ostrowski.
They let that go out of bounds. I guess they're saying it went off of Castleton. I didn't see that.
Didn't think it hit Charbonneau down deep unless it went off a player back toward midfield perhaps. Here's Jillian Kimball with it now. Kimball tries to work it deep into the zone. And here is a chance for Ostrowski. She shoots and scores.
Wow.
Julia Ostrowski, the senior from Albany, New York, and one of the leading scorers here in the North Atlantic Conference, gets the game winner in sudden death overtime here with 2:58 to go. And that is the second goal of the game for Ostrowski. But again, a spirited comeback by the Castleton Spartans, tying it as the regulation time ended. Molly Freyer with a couple of goals in the game, and she got the game-tying goal, sending it to sudden death overtime. And finally, it was Ostrowski with a chance right in the zone, and she was able to rifle it by Siobhan Whittemore for the game winner. And what an outstanding game. Not the way the Castleton Spartans would have liked to have had it ended, but still a very well-played game here this afternoon, I thought, for the most part.
Well, that play was set up by the ref's call because when the ball went out of bounds, the Castleton girl was letting it go out. She could easily have taken control of it, but she thought the call was going to go in their favor. But that's, the way the game goes. It was a very well-played game. It really deserved to end up as a tie. I thought they both played equally well.
And as you mentioned, that corner being set up by the ball going off, they say a Castleton player, and Castleton's Jenna Charbonneau letting it go. She thought it was off. It was going to be a Castleton ball or possession, if you will, and an opportunity on the corner there for the Monks, and they were able to capitalize as Ostrowski had the chance right in the zone. She had some room and made it count. Was able to put it by Siobhan Whittemore for the game winner. A 4-3 win here today for the Monks of St. Joseph's, Maine. They improve now to 11-2 overall, 5-0 in the North Atlantic Conference. For Castleton,